Good morning. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. You are energy. Everything is made up of the exact same thing, whether it's your hand, the ocean, a star. When we look around us, even at our own bodies, what we see is just the tip of the iceberg. Bob Proctor would say, think of this for a moment. Look at your hand. It looks solid, but it's really not. If you put it under a microscope, you'd see a mass of energy vibrating, and it continues to vibrate. Everything vibrates. In seminars, Bob Proctor would say, even the dead body is vibrating. That's how it turns to ashes. That's how it turns to dust. Everything is temporary. Whatever problems you're facing, imagine yourself in the universe, in space. Look outside at the night sky with all the stars and the moon, the galaxies. You might feel pretty insignificant, and your problems are just a temporary speck that isn't even a dot in history. Whatever is bothering you, you can release it. It doesn't matter. And in fact, the more you focus on what you don't want, the more you create that energy, and it does turn to matter. Everything transmutes from one state of being to another. Everything is energy. There's the galaxy, our universe, our planet, individuals, the organs inside your body, cells, molecules, atoms. And then there is energy. There's so many levels, but everything is energy. When Rhonda Byrne wrote the book, The Secret, she said, when I discovered the secret, I wanted to know what science and physics understood in terms of this knowledge. What I found was absolutely amazing. One of the most exciting things about living in this time is that the discoveries of quantum physics and new science. They are in harmony with the teachings of the secret and with all the great teachers have known throughout history. We become what we think about. The study of quantum physics can give you a deeper understanding of the secret on an energetic level. You don't really need to understand science. You just have to understand that your thoughts are energy. They are not invisible. You are the most powerful transmission tower in the universe. In simple terms, all energy vibrates at a frequency. Being energy, you also vibrate at a frequency. And what determines your frequency at any time is whatever you are thinking. You can tell what you're thinking by how you're feeling. All the things you want are made of energy, and they are vibrating too. Everything is energy. So Rhonda Byrne says, here is the wow factor. When you think about what you want and you emit that frequency, the feeling of what it's like to have that thing you want, that state of being, that love, that wealth, that health, whatever it is that you want, you emit a frequency. You emit that frequency that matches the energy of what you want to vibrate at that frequency, and you bring it to you. As you focus on what you want, you are changing the vibration of the atoms of that thing, and you are causing it to vibrate to you. The reason you are the most powerful transmission tower in the universe is because you have been given the power to focus your energy through your thoughts and alter the vibrations of what you are focused on, which then magnetically draws it to you. Let's pause for a moment and take a deep breath in. If you're alone and not driving, you can close your eyes and think about and feel those good things that you want. You've immediately tuned yourself to that frequency, which then causes the energy of all those things to vibrate to you, and they appear in your life. The law of attraction says that like attracts like. You are an energy magnet. So you electrically energize everything to you and electrically energize yourself to everything you want. As a human being, you have a physical body, but you are a spark of divine energy. You have been gifted with an intellect, with intuition and reason, the ability to think, to use your memories, to use your will, to change your perception, to think. You are an energy magnet, so you electrically energize everything to you and electrically energize yourself to everything you want. Human beings manage their own magnetizing energy because no one outside of you can think for you. No one outside of you can feel for you. And it is your thoughts and feelings that create your frequencies. Here's a little story called Rules for Being Human. You will receive a body. You may like it or hate it, but it will be yours for this time around. You will learn lessons. You are enrolled in a full-time informal school called life. Every day in this school, you will have the opportunity to learn lessons. You may like the lessons or think them irrelevant or even stupid. There are no mistakes, only lessons. Growth is a process of trial and error, experimentation. The failed experiments are as much a part of the process as the experiments that end up working. And a lesson is repeated until you learn it. A lesson will be presented to you in various forms until you learn it. When you have learned the lesson, then you can go on to the next lesson. You will learn lessons your entire life. There's no part of that life that does not contain lessons. If you are alive, there are lessons to be learned. There is no better place than here. When you are imagining what you want, your beautiful dream, something that you might think for now is a fantasy, Set it as a goal, a destination. Get into the energetic vibration of what it would be like. Write about it, think about it, enjoy it in your imagination. And when you magnetically attract it to you and you are living in that experience, when you're there has become here, you will simply obtain another there that will again look better than here. There's no end to what you can create. You might have been taught that that's selfish or greedy to want more. That's not greedy. That is the spiritual side of you wanting to expand the universe, to experience more life. I don't know about you, but I want to do more, be more, have more. I want to do as much as I possibly can while I am in this physical body and in this realm, in this period of time. There is no better place than here. When your there has become here, you will simply obtain another there, another want. And as that becomes your life, you will again look for something better. That's not a sin. That's how you were created. The spirit in you wanting more. The universe is always for expansion and fuller expression, and that includes you. You are energy. You are part of this universe. What you want is meant for you. The pictures that you have in your mind, plant those in your heart. If that's what you truly desire, go after it. Others are merely mirrors of you. You cannot love or hate something that another person has or something about another person unless it reflects to you something that you love or hate about yourself. It's simply your perception, and your thoughts can be changed. What you make of life is up to you. You have all the tools and resources you need. What you do with them is up to you. The choice is yours. The answers lie inside you. All you need to do is look, listen, and trust. Bring to your imagination something that you really want. Get into that vibrational frequency. Align your heart, your mind, and your body with what it is that you desire. When you think about and feel those good things that you want, you have immediately tuned yourself to that frequency, which then causes the energy of those things to vibrate to you, and they do appear in your life. Law of attraction says, like attracts like. What are you magnetically attracting into your life? Over 100 years ago, without the benefit of all the scientific discoveries in the last 100 years or so, Charles Hanel knew how the universe operated. He is quoted as saying, The universal mind is not only intelligence, but it is substance. And this substance is the attractive force which brings electrons together by the laws of attraction, so they form atoms. The atoms, in turn, are brought together by the same law and form molecules. Molecules take objective forms, and so we find that the law is the creative force behind every manifestation, not only of atoms, but of worlds, of the universe, of everything of which the imagination can form any conception. To become conscious of this power is to become a live wire. The universe is the live wire. It carries sufficient power to meet every situation in the life of every individual. When the individual mind touches the universal mind, it receives all its power. When you sit still and use your imagination, tap into universal power, source energy, God, the divine, and ask, what can I do today? What would you have me do? And wait for the answer. Do you know when you pray, you're talking to God? When you sit quietly and listen, whether you call it meditation or just holding yourself still and waiting, you will hear the voice of God. It might come as your inner guidance system, your own voice, a little hunch. Whatever message you receive, write it down. That is divine guidance. That is the direction. That is your intuition telling you what to do next to bring into your life whatever is necessary for you to experience that beautiful dream, goal, fantasy, destination, whatever you want, whatever you call it, your deep desire. You wouldn't have that unless it was meant for you. And you are responsible to bring it to this three-dimensional world. You are responsible to give birth to that idea. You may need to go through some challenges to strengthen you. You may have to finally learn that lesson so that you can open your heart and your mind and get over the judgment, criticism, whatever it is that's holding you back, the fears, the worries, the doubts, and have faith that you are worthy. What you are created in the image of God. You want to create something that is worthy of you, your life here. Bob Proctor would say, you have enough power in your body, potential power, to illuminate the whole city you're living in for nearly a week, and it doesn't matter what city you're living in. You are a powerful, creative being. Listen for that guidance and take action as you're sitting quietly, tapped into source energy, tapped into universal intelligence. Ask for guidance for the day. And worrying is like praying for what you don't want. You want to pray giving thanks for what you have, for who you are, and for what you are becoming, for the beautiful ideas that are flowing into your mind, for the goals that you want to attain, for the life that you truly want to live. As you feel that energy growing inside of you, fill yourself with divine light and love. Fill yourself with the frequency of what it feels like to already be the person that has the goal. Do the thing that you want to do. Enjoy the life that you dream of. What does that feel like? Energy. You are energy, and energy cannot be created or destroyed. Energy just changes form. And that means you, the true essence of you, the pure energy of you. It has always been and always will be. You can never not be. You are eternal energy. Quantum physics confirms it. Quantum cosmology confirms it. All of the matter, all of the things that have been created, everything that's around you is just thought that has been changed into physical matter. You can create anything. Anything from within the field of your own consciousness, which ultimately is universal consciousness that runs the universe. So depending on how we use that power, positively or negatively, that's the kind of body that you have in terms of health. That's the kind of environment that we create. So as you tap into divine source, you are co-creating your life with source energy. There's really no limit to your potential. And it is the degree to which you feel, which you recognize the deep dynamics and exercise them, the degree to which you harness your power. And that really has to do with the level at which you think. Every possibility already exists. All knowledge, all discoveries, all the inventions of the future are in the universal mind as possibilities, waiting for the human mind to draw them forth. Every creation and every invention in history has been drawn from the universal mind, whether you consciously knew that or not. How do you draw from it? You do it through your awareness of it, by using your wonderful imagination. Look around you for the needs waiting to be filled. Imagine if we had a great invention to do this, if we had a great invention to do that. Look for the needs and then imagine and think their fulfillment into being. You don't have to work out the discovery or the invention. The Supreme Mind holds that possibility. All you have to do is hold your mind on the end result and imagine filling the need, and you will call it into being. As you ask and feel and believe, you will receive. There is an unlimited supply of ideas waiting for you to tap into and bring them forward. You hold everything in your consciousness. As you are tapped into that energy that creates worlds, imagine yourself already living the life that you desire. The goal has been accomplished. You've won the race. You have the gold medal. How are you feeling? Write down what it is you want and how you feel now that it's accomplished. All power comes from within and is under your control. Write down what it is as if it's here now. I am so happy and grateful now that whatever you want, write it as if you're giving thanks for it already being in existence, because it is. It may still be in the spiritual realm, the universal mind, the universal consciousness. But if you've thought of it as you feel it and write about it, you can create it. So dare to believe in it. Think of it as already an accomplished fact. And whatever ideas come to you, write them down and take action on them. As you behave from the ideal, as you take actions as if you already have the goal attained, you create a reaction in the universe. You act and you receive a reaction. There is an unlimited supply of ideas available to you. Write them down, take action, and as you act differently, you will create the results that you desire. Have your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions be aligned with what you want, and you can create anything in your imagination. You are an energetic being. You are attracting to you everything that you are thinking and feeling. The world is a mirrored reflection of who you are. Think it, feel it, act it, and watch how the outcomes appear, the results change, and you are living in the world that you want. Create a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. Create what it is that you truly desire. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 7. Thank you.